Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Stood strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, not tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. For real. On a whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. For real. Chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Happy Monday to everyone. And yeah, hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone is doing good. And let me see how all systems go. You guys know the drill. Let me see. How we're doing here. Yeah, we look good. All systems do look go. And yeah, let's have a look at what we got going on. So, hope everyone is well. We did open up on a gap here. So I wonder how your gaps look on your brokers here. For me, I have a double gap. I have a gap down. And then there's also a gap up. So let me know what your brokers are saying, just so I have an overview of what different brokers are showing. But mine has a gap down and a gap up. Obviously with gold, I expected a gap up and that did happen. But yeah, just interested to see what your guys' brokers are showing compared to mine, just for interest. Obviously, Tradingview charts are showing clean candles here, but this is a gap for me. I have two gaps here based on real data feed. Same on GJ? Yeah, I have the same. I have gap up and gap down. So the gap down got filled, but this gap here, so we do have some sort of gap here. There is like a gap from here to here. This is not really filled on my broker. There's still a little bit of a space between it. And, you know, based on probabilities, eventually gaps do get filled here. Now, this bounce up here was really nice. I wish this happened during London. Would have been great for this to happen during London. Would be nice if we made an Asian range and then London start to break out above basically 191. Those are your buys, right? The break above 191. And you can see the continuation here being already a 67 pip move since market open, which is around here, has been a 89 pip move. So a massive push over Asian session already, and 89, 89 pips definitely out of the ordinary here. Mine has two gaps. Yeah, it seems like at least one thing is that all brokers do have a gap, which is good. If your broker doesn't have a gap, that's a little bit fishy. But yeah, two gaps is what I have as well. 89 pip push already. So we need to see what's going on here. So we're going to do the analysis now, remove drawings, and see what we can do from this standpoint. So looking at weekly time frame, we obviously have weekly time frame closing bearish here. We're just about at weekly resistance right now. So we did close above this previous weekly resistance here. So this previous weekly resistance, we did close above it. We have now retraced. We are testing around above, just above the weekly resistance here. If we're going to get rejection, it should come from somewhere here, because not only is this weekly resistance, this is just around the 4-hour resistance as well. So obviously looking at weekly time frame, this could be a top wick, especially happening so super early. But if we can hold supports, then I expect the upside to continue here, right? So now looking at daily time frame, right? We can see daily rejected off the lows. We were speaking about this in the webinar, and we were planning for this bounce up here, hopefully getting it during London. Obviously it's happened mostly during Asian here, and more than 50% of the move has already been retraced here, as we've retraced already 143 pips from these lows. 4-hour time frames has created the supports that gave beautiful liquidity candle, breaking the high, and then boom, we were off to the races. Now 4 hours definitely showing a lot of bullish pressure here. Previous daily is bearish though. And if we look at this sneaky little close here and bring back our drawings, we can see that the 4-hour technically just about closed below the previous weekly resistance, right? Not previous, but our current weekly resistance is here. If we look at the 4-hour, just about closed below. So we're not really just closing above here. It's not giving us 100% confirmation that we are closing above, which would have been nice to see if we were going to close above. Now we still have range till 192 here, but I do feel that this 4-hour needs more of a bottom wick here to grab liquidity to end up coming to that 192. I think 192 can be a target, especially if we remain back above weekly resistance. 192 looks good, right? Looks good on daily, looks good here on 4-hour as well. Obviously the 4-hour resistance is going to be a structure target, but just as a number target, that's where we're going to be at. So looking at what the charts are doing, we're obviously at this resistance right now. This is going to be your 30-minute resistance right here. So we can write that as 30. This is also a 15-minute here. If we go down on 15, you can see how that is also a 15-minute resistance. I feel we need to be above this, but when we look on 15, it's quite messy. We have another 15-minute resistance here. This is quite an interesting. How big is this range? Let's have a look. It's around 7-8 pips. Not too bad, but not the best at the same time. And this will put 15, just so we have some levels here that we know what we're dealing with. Above this 15 here is pretty nice, to be honest. That's like 13, 14 pips, 23 pips. That's also the 30-minute resistance here. Let's mark that, see how that looks on 15. Okay, good, it lines up. So we can put at 30 actually. Alright, so that's your 30-minute resistance. So if you're trading up from here to here, you basically have 8 pips and then need to see 6 pips realistically if we get a close. And then see what's up. I really would like a pullback, to be honest, after this much of pushing up here. We've had heavy pushes here. I mean, this is already an 89 pip move. I don't want to buy the highs. Coming on Monday, the last thing I want to do here is just buy the highs, and then, because technically this thing can pull back from where it is right now. It can pull back 37, 36 pips, no problems, and still remain bullish, because that's realistically a tiny structure. That's just 15, not even 1 hour structure, right? So if we look at a 1 hour, it's just 1 hour pause candle. Technically, price could even pull back as far as 75 pips here and still continue bullish for the day. So we want to see that pullback to give us somewhere to put stop loss, to give us somewhere to find an entry, to give us somewhere where we can, you know, look to manage our trade, look to rely on structure holding our trade towards the upside. And of course, we need range, right? Such as this range here. You can see once candles are closing above these type of ranges, after pullbacks down here, you can see we have 25 pips here, and 25 pips is nice, right? You can put stops below here. 25 pips to trade is rewarding, right? Same thing here, these type of ranges. This is giving you around here, around, you know, a 13 pip range. Obviously weekly resistance here, not something you would trade. But now we're going into this choppy zone. It's equivalent of trading in this zone, which is realistically where you don't want to be trading. You want to trade above it. So for us to trade above it would be up here, but then we're dealing with the issue, okay, we've pushed since Asian session. If we were to get there, we've pushed 81 pips. Now we're buying after 81 pip push. Just imagine like this was London session and we saw an 81 pip move. Would you be trying to FOMO into another move? You know, that's the question here. So is this going to be a liquidity grab up first to then continue down a little bit before we retry some more upside, right? That's what we have to see, because that could be very possible here, right? Just because we've had this breakdown here doesn't mean that this can't flip, close bearish, and then we retest the lows one more time. Something like this, right? If you look at this, just imagine it a little bit smaller. We could have that retest first, then the continuation, which would be nice for both us and for, you know, in terms of understanding fractals, right? If we get something like that where price finds maybe resistance here, could find it as high as here, we'll have to see. But if we come down and then we create these supports, and especially this type of buys here, is very straightforward, you know, to get back up to 192s and potentially even continue. Now, speaking about pound strength here, must mean the yen is getting extremely weak. So this week, let's go ahead and look at what the GPjpy is doing here. So obviously GPjpy here is still running on new lows here. Dangerous territory. The one thing I've noticed from Bank of Japan recently, if they've hinted that they don't want to do any type of drastic things to affect the FX markets, they're saying. But I never trust their statements, because I've seen in the past them state something and then not stay true to that, which is why I don't really trust their statements, because drastic times will call for drastic measures, and if something happens where we see major weakness, we might see them take action, and we might see, you know, again, them try to temporarily strengthen the yen here. So we need to be careful, especially with all of the tensions. Now, this week is going to be a very, very interesting week in terms of all tensions that's going on in the Middle East, especially for gold. Gold could be extremely volatile this week with all of the tensions. Not only that, this week is also CPI week for the pound, right? So we have pound CPI this week, which is going to be on, should be on, what day? It should be on Tuesday, actually, CPI. Where is my CPI? Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. There we go. See when CPI. Maybe it's Wednesday CPI. Yeah, CPI is Wednesday here. So CPI obviously going to be inflation numbers. Inflation numbers are definitely important, right? Inflation numbers are definitely important here. They're expecting inflation to come down, but remember, US inflation ticked up. So if we're looking at economies at the whole, what has UK done differently from US in terms of, their inflation standpoint. Nothing too much as I can see, which is why I expect probably to see inflation stay the same. Now, before that, we have claiming count change. So obviously, if we see jobs start to creep up here, this can give us some, or creep down, this can give us some information into inflation here, and we can start, based on what job market is doing, we can make a small prediction. But we won't get the job numbers till Tuesday, so we'll speak about that on Tuesday when we get the job numbers, and then we can start to talk. They're expecting a small tick up in jobs, and people claiming unemployment, sorry. So then we can start to predict about, okay, inflation, right? And then we have Bailey's speech at night to see what they say about the economy. So Wednesday onwards, that could bring some different volume into the markets here, and we can see what's going on. We basically have news almost every day after, we have news basically Tuesday, tomorrow, then we have news Wednesday, we have news, not on Thursday actually, and then Friday we have retail sales. So a bit of a news this week on the pound here, which obviously can bring some volatility, and we'll see how that comes in conjunction with the Jixi here. So looking at gold here, obviously big eyes are going to be on gold. Gold having a massive rejection towards the downside here, 1,000 pip move towards the downside, and creating that support. Obviously gold opened on a gap up with tensions over the weekend. I don't know if you guys have been reading the news. You can have a look yourself and see what happened. We opened up on a gap of, what's this gap here? Maybe like 150 pip gap. I was expecting 100 pip gap, pretty classic here, and now forming a range. So on my broker, this gap is not yet filled. I do expect it to be filled, and then later on, if price starts to leave these ranges here, buys is going to be very straightforward. Very, very, very straightforward. Above 67 here. Even above, let's see what that 5 is looking above. Yeah, 70. 70 is actually going to be the number here. 70 is going to be the number. Let's see where 70, yeah. Obviously closes above there, and then maybe lower time frame leaving 70, which should be around your 5-minute zone, yeah. So obviously we're going into consolidation now, which is very, very normal after such heavy movement on Friday. Friday was great for gold, very straightforward and easy moves. Especially on the breakouts. If you were trading the breakouts on Friday, you would have been rewarded here. Very straightforward and simple. We covered this on the webinar with the guys, talking about if they missed it, what you have to do to build confidence to catch those moves. So looking at the charts here, what we got going on, we obviously are starting to consolidate in this range, which is very typical, right? We're basically doing that, but doing it here. Now I would like to see gold take a dip down, fill this gap somewhere around here. Even if it grabs liquidity down here, be very careful of potential sells. This is where you'll get that. All right, you'll get that because look at what structure is doing, right? Look at what structure is doing. Look at 4-hour, higher lows, higher highs, right? Look at daily is just one rejection. We had the same thing happen here, right? We had rejection candle, later got filled. Rejection candle can be later be filled. But remember, daily no bottom wick, which is why I expect the liquidity grab first. Where we're gonna most likely retest if we were to go down and pick liquidity, probably from the 34s, 35s. And if we respect the 34s, 35s and start to get back inside the ranges, back above the ranges, that's where your buys are gonna come above, right? That's where your buys are gonna come above. And that's where it's gonna make sense for buys. I actually want to mark this daily resistance up here. Well, let me remove that. Put that as 15. 15. And let me put this here as DR. So probably buys above DR. If not, if we come back down and retest from that liquidity zone, let's see where that is. It will be around your daily support, right? So let's go and see what that is. Lower time frame. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. So we could see here move back down to 33s, 30s before continuation upside. Now, if you actually see price come back in the range here, and start to do this, come back down, come back inside and create structure, you can start to trade that back towards the 70s here. So there's plenty of range here. We just need price to form some sort of price action. It's been heavy moves. Stay out of this range. This is when you're going to lose your trades, is in this range. It's very inconsistent. We're seeing movement up, movement down. It has to make its mind up. I would say if you're going to risk it for the biscuit here, sells below this range here could make sense, to be honest. you know, you could look to sell below here, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit risking it for the biscuit, but with daily no bottom wick, I do think that that could make sense here, especially previous daily bearish. So technically you're following rules because we're mixed session, and if we were to break that support, it would make sense for downside. I'm just overall still bullish, and if you're going to get any flash news come out, price is going to shoot towards the upside, right? Any flash news about any tensions, blah blah blah, price is going to shoot where? Towards the upside, right? As investors put their money in gold. Why do people put their money in gold when the Middle East has nothing to do with gold? Well, it's because we have bigger countries get involved, such as USA, Russia, etc., because they all have their alliances and they start to get involved, so people don't want to. We see the reaction in the market. Same thing happened in stocks here, you know, dump here on stocks. Same thing will happen on Bitcoin, dump here on Bitcoin. And again, what does it do? Create consolidation and look to retrace some of that move. So yeah, that's basically the analysis here. Pretty straightforward in terms of what to look for. Would love to see that liquidity grab first for buys. I personally think buying will gold until we have major breakdowns, until we have break of 4-hour supports, will be making sense this week. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be trying to buy here, right? A lot of people are going to be trying to buy here, which makes it too easy. So remember, the markets try not to make it easy unless you make it hard, right? So if we think about it logically, daily has no bottom wick. There's a high chance daily will make its bottom wick. And guess where its bottom wick is? Down here. So at some point, whether it happens in one candle, whether it happens, we might see that pullback. So let's trade based off that, right? And yeah, that's basically it for the analysis here, both on pound yen and on gold here. So yeah, that's us prep for the day, prep for the week. How do you foresee GJ on monthly time frame, or do you foresee this on GJ monthly time frame? Yeah, of course, we're seeing this weakness come into the market. We're at pre-Brexit levels. If we're going to reject, we'll reject these zones, which is pre-Brexit levels. Now, whether we do one more liquidity grab towards the upside before continuing down, that's the question, you know? That's the question here, that's the question. But definitely we're at levels where we can expect yen strength to come in historically, right? Historically, we can expect that. So now we just need to find a way into GJ, to be honest, if it wants to continue ripping. It's very difficult when we've had straight bullish candles here because we have no structure we can rely on. At any point, this can stop, right? At any point, this can stop here. And we have no bottom wick on 4-hour, practically just a nipple wick. So there's no proof to me that price has grabbed liquidity to continue bullish. No proof at all. So we need to rely only on volume and some sort of structure. If you're just going to close your eyes and press buy, you have to try get a little bit lucky here, right? Just, you know, get that volume come in. But we can't trade like that, right? We can't, especially after last week when in Monday we were looking at price ranging, big pullbacks, etc. You know, so that's what we'll have to deal with. Probably will end up being above this zone here, to be honest, but would be nice. I want to see that pullback first. That's quite important for me. It's quite important for me to see that. All right, let me see some of these questions I missed in YouTube chat. And good morning, Sensei. Last video was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice. I like that you enjoyed it. Nice video you just dropped, bro. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, next week's video will also be good. Will be about similar thing, but about gold. How can you trade gold, right? With the same breakout type strategies. What's the differences? Congratulations on this channel. What time does London open exactly? London will open at, see my clock up there? It will open at 11. So in an hour and 5 minutes. I'm new here. Is this a live trade? Yes, this is live. It says live, right? 155 intervention level for USD/JPY. Yeah, but we are very close to it, to be honest. 150, not very close, but 155. I see analysts talking about 155 being the next target here. You know, it is possible here, but you know, look where we are, right? Look where we are. We'll have to see what I would love to see a statement from Bank of Japan. If Bank of Japan can at least tell us that, okay, we're allowing our currency to get weak, but if it gets too weak, we will be, you know, taking action, that would be great. At least we know, you know. Next level we have to contend with is 154. You know? Isn't the range gap filled? Which one? On what? With everything going on, I have a feeling the stock market, gold, Bitcoin will start to go down. Well, it went down because of the news, right? So if we see the news that happened, it will be, if we don't see anything come to fruition about it, then it will just be retraced. The past half hour of analysis was masterclass, no BS, just facts. Thank you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Yo. I'm going to buy from 190 up to 140. Up 140. Good job, man. Good job. Learning a lot? Great. I'll be off. Came to do the YouTube business and join the analysis. Thanks. That's cool. That's cool. I respect you enjoy the analysis. How much of us? 400 of us in here. Appreciate everyone joining up. If you haven't done the YouTube business, I would appreciate it. Get the likes up to 150 so I don't have to ask about that bullshit. Would appreciate it. Not bullshit, but you know. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Get the likes up. Does this little 12 pip aggressive wick fill make sense? Mixed bias, daily no bottom wick, tried entering, setup 3, not the best. No, man, this is a really bad trade here. It's in messy range, lot of rejection wick, selling at the bottom of the range. Makes no sense. If you're going to take sells, you take it from up here down, you know, not at the bottom of the range, right next to 1 hour support. It's too aggressive, too aggressive. You know, you get away with it with volume, but it's just hyper aggressive. I rather you avoid these trades than putting yourself in difficult scenarios, you know, especially when your stop loss is going to be, you know, 30 plus pips here, you know. It would be better to be patient in that situation. Because it would suck, you know, when you're trying to squeeze 10, 12 pips, but then you go take a 30 pip loss, you know, just for squeezing 10, 12 pips. It's like, it's not really worth it in that sense. Bitcoin is up and I'm buying up. Yeah, that's why am I listening to this? I agree. I just said, man, but you have to just be careful if a random speech comes out about, not speech, but random, if another event happens in Middle East where we're seeing tensions rise, it's going to dump the markets again. So just be careful of that. But if nothing happens, you're going to see those buys play out. But you can always manage your trade, right? Break even, etc. JP Morgan just messaged me. He said to take out a loan and plus mortgage, go long and close your eyes. But he didn't tell you what to go long on. So he's not helping you too much. If you could re-message him back and say exactly what should we go long on. And then we can see what we can do. The best thing is, even if you lose, even if he will always win because you took out his mortgage and loan from him, right? Hopefully we can get some nice pullback here because we can't keep trusting these pullback. Like this is like, I mean, we've just been keep going up and up and up and up here, you know. Like at least we need some form of consolidation like this would be ideal, at least. Because it will be a big headache to take a buy and then for it just to fake out and give you the pullback that you've been waiting for. Is Wickfill valid in all bias on gold? Yes, but not on like DJ and stuff like that. That's more for gold. You guys said you'd enjoyed yesterday's video, huh? About avoiding drawdown. You see, I put sniper in brackets, like sniper entries, because it's BS. Oops. What's this? My plans for today. Let's see, gold. Looking for a short. Very interesting. I think it will be early to short until we get back below weekly resistance. You don't have weekly resistance marked. Need to mark weekly resistance. So your sells are probably going to come below weekly resistance. Selling from right here. Why right here? What does this spot represent to you right here? In the middle of the range. This you need to be very careful of. This is no. This is very bad. This will screw you up long term. Buying and selling in the same zone. That's the worst thing you can do to look for literally the same zone you were looking for buys. Now you also look for sells. Because what if this does this? You start to take sells, but then it does this. You start to take buys, and then it fakes out. Done. This would make sense. Sells only below here, buys only above here, wait in here. Right? Because that is a very common thing I see happen. But even with structure, the structure could just be the pullback we'd be looking for to continue upside. Look at your 4-hour momentum. You're looking for 15-minute structure to fight 4-hour momentum like this. That's why you have to have a zone below weekly resistance. When price was to flip, the 4-hour would be flipped by then as well, right? Starting to get below structure that would be there, and 4-hour flip. You might as well measure it and say, okay, fine. My range here is about 7-8 pips. Maybe not worth it. I'm going to just sell below this whole structure here, and it will be break of second structure, and I can have a lot more confirmation. Remember, your daily target was hit also. So your structure has already been hit towards the downside. 4-hour target has already been hit towards the downside. So 15-minute confirmation is not going to do shit. Especially long term. Very risky way to trade. And just this, the practice of buying and selling in the same zone is very tough. Be careful with that. Let's have a look here. Buys above with confirmation, 1 hour. Alright. Selling you want below this line. Alright, yeah, that's like your sensible place to sell. I think the most logical place to sell in terms of the earliest we can sell is below weekly resistance, because we're definitely working on high-low structure here, right? So even if this pulls back and breaks this slightly, if we can get structure below, okay, fine, maybe that gives us this. It will be the earliest way to get in. Otherwise, this is just going to end up being this. Everything's pointing up at the moment in terms of momentum. So this is going to be your safest place to sell, right? Me too. Looking for, yeah, you're looking below the daily as well. Yeah, that's probably a little bit safer. I mean, if you're going to rely at this 4-hour closing at resistance and no bottom, not a strong bottom wick here, then you only have to have a sell bias, you know? You're not going to try buy afterwards, you know? But for me, the way I trade, I think it's still too early to say that, just in case it does make the higher low. Hey Harry, can we talk about the buys you took on gold on Friday? Yeah, what do you want to know about it? What do you want to know about it? Did I post it up? I don't think I did post it up. I'll check. Oh yeah, I did. Cool. That's good. Good, I did. Yeah, so what do you want to know about it? Let me know, and I can discuss it with you. Where does your 1 hour support? That's a 15. That says 15. You can draw a rectangular block around GJ range currently. That's cool. His Forex collapsed? No, brother. If price has been driving as hard as this since Tokyo, ain't no way it's bearish. Yes, but this could be the liquidity grab up for London to reverse price. We can see that happen. I've seen that happen before. So that's why I'm not putting the sells out of the question. But what I did put out of the question is the practice of looking at buys and sells in the same zone. Because it's like, oh, if it doesn't get above here, I'm gonna sell. If it gets above here, I'm gonna buy. But that could be very dangerous because yeah, you could get maybe 5-6 pips in profit, just makes a higher low to continue up bullish. Do you sense more the probability of trade in this London or would it be in New York? Normally after a big push like this, you have to be a little bit patient because we need price action to develop. So we have to ask ourselves, okay, if London gives continuation, you get trade in London. But by the time we probably see bearish structure play out, it's either going to be a late London move. It really depends at this point. But trading after London, after Asian has pushed, always makes it tough for us London traders because this is the ranges we really wanted to trade during London, right? I revised my plan. All right, let's have a look. Oh no. Ping pong. Wait for a big pullback, then long? Yes, would be juicy. Here, I sent my GU plan in the week Discord if you have time. Of course, brother. Check, is there possibility to sell if it goes back in range? Just wait for, let's see your plan first, and then we'll have a look. Let's see. What you send an Asian session? Oh no, London plans. This is Claudio's plan. Nice little video to go with it. Very good. And this is my GU plan. Right, let's have a look. Retest to this area for sells. Okay. Alright. Alright. So I'm guessing your bearish bias on the GU here. Previous daily close bearish. 4 hours a little bit mixed. Yeah, I think you could be right. You know, especially if you get change of structure. Obviously, your safer sells would be below probably 2,550, right? 2,550. If not, then counter trend buys will maybe even play out. Maybe even play out above here, or maybe even back inside here. You could start to see counter trend buys play out. You know, based on what's been going on. If not, since it's a USD pair, it might just continue ranging it here. But yeah, your plans definitely make sense, man. If you get the fake out back inside the range, since we're not fully bearish bias, I'll just be careful. I think this early sell here is going to be a lot safer. You entered on 1 minute. There was heavy rejection before you entered. Does that not make you hesitate? No, that gives me confidence. And I entered break of that high. So if we look at my entry, I entered break. Oh, that's fine. I entered break of this high here. These highs here, when we had this, I entered break of this high. This was the 5 minute close. So once the 5 minute closed, I'm okay, 5 minutes closing bullish. Next candle made a bottom wick. That's the bottom wick here. And then we started to see it break the high. So then that's why I took it. Did you see Finance Minister? No, thanks for pointing that out. Let's have a look at what they've said so we can see if there's anything important that we can use. Not really too much. I don't really see too much. Let's refresh this. Fibonacci setup. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, here it is. Thanks. What's this on? What time frame? Gold 5 minute. Be very, very careful. Look, you're trading inside of the range, right? You're trading inside of the range. If you're someone who likes to use the Fibonacci, then I prefer to look for support to form, right? You want to see support formed, not just buy off a Fibonacci retracement inside of a range, right? Fibonacci, remember, is only very useful when we have a breakout, right? On all-time highs and stuff like this. So he says, I want to be fully prepared. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. This is why I say it's not good. Closely monitoring Forex movements, and I want to be fully prepared. See, this is the problem with the Bank of Japan, is that we get these like teases, man. That's like a tease. They basically say, I'm monitoring it. That means they're not happy at these levels. You know, they're saying, look, I will be fully prepared and I'm watching it closely. You know? They literally said that they didn't want to do. Fuck this shit, I'm starting OnlyFans. I know, right? Hi, is trend matter more than bias in daily to low high time frame? No, bias is works. Bias is the best. Only trend. Lot of volume here in GJ, man. Lot of volume. I wonder if I'll be punished if I was to rip it on the break, or if this were to close above in 1 minute here. Would I be punished for 16 pips here? Definitely could be punished. JPY pairs are risky AF to play right now. Intervention could spike at any time and rip your face off. That is very true. Intervention could spike at any time, and we know that. But the problem is that we're getting mixed signals from Bank of Japan. I guess we're just playing with fire here, right? We're playing with fire. It sucks though. It would be nice if we got some more clarity, or if we just got an intervention so that we can get that out the way. That's why I'm going to be very aggressive with break-evens these days, to be honest, until we have that. I think I don't care taking extra break-evens to be careful that we don't get intervention, because that's going to be a lot shittier. If you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. You guys know the drill. Definitely helps. Goal is to get this stream to 1,000 viewers. If we can get this stream to 1,000 viewers, what should we give away? We should do a big giveaway. Should do a nice little giveaway. Support for the London. Japan has been leaning into their threats for so long that I feel now they are done threatening. I think the action is coming because they're tired of the BS. Yeah, but remember, they were threatening all the way since price was coming close on USD JPY to 152. When price was down here, they were starting to threaten. And then now we see price break through 152 all the way up to 153 800s, and they don't give a crap. They haven't taken any action. They've let Jixi absolutely slip here. This is a huge slip they've let Jixi do. They were holding Jixi very tight at these levels. They were, look at this, all the way back from 2022. Here, major lows printed here. Again here, another intervention, and now they've let it absolutely slip. So my question is, okay, what are they going to do? You know, when are they going to, you know, get their act together? Right, so this candle has closed below this resistance. Obviously, I don't think it makes the most sense to trade into that resistance. Even if you're trading a wick fill for 4 pips here, not really worth it on potential pullback. You would want to be above it. You would want to be above it. But we still haven't got any 1 hour pullback here, any 30-minute pullback, nothing. Nothing. Again, I would really like to see some sort of significant pullback here. Would give me a lot of confidence. Very true, it's a head shaker for sure. Yeah, exactly. And they're making it extremely confusing. And you see temporary, strength come in, into the yen here, but immediately gets bought back up. So they don't really seem to care, Can we trade in weapons? I think the market will go up in the next month. Yeah, that would be Lockheed. But man, I know I have a friend who bought Lockheed a long time ago, man. A long time ago, and it's really been doing well for him. Really been doing well, Lockheed. Yeah, look at this. Man. He bought it in like 2015. Where's 2015? Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. In terms of an investment, it's great. 170% returns. For me, I'm no FOMO because I bought Bitcoin in 2020. So 1,000% returns, you can't compare, bro. You can't compare. But, this is, of course, a lot more stable than something like Bitcoin. But yeah, if you want to trade in weapons, there you go. Lockheed. Give away a pound. Yeah, I'll do that. Now we do something fun. Try get this information out to more people. I really do think people can benefit from this. This is why I kind of push it. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Making money out of blood? Not really. Lockheed builds all of the fighter jets and carriers and stuff like that. A 1,000 views, 1,000 push-ups. Bro, you're trying to get me to flex biceps or do anything that is 1,000 push-ups now. 1,000 push-ups is a lot, man. Damn. That's a lot. That's 10 times 100 push-ups. That's nuts. What do you think Bitcoin will do after its halving? I think the halving will be buy the rumor, sell the news type event. And then we can see after that, We can see after that. What's this? Yeah, this guy's a freaking beast, bro. 3,000 push-ups? That's nuts. Yeah, 3,000 push-ups is nuts. What will happen if I just do 100 push-ups daily? You'll become fitter. As a man, if you can't do 100 push-ups in a day, you have a problem. I'm serious. That should be a bare minimum. In a day I'm talking about. If a man can't do 100 push-ups in a day, then you need to fix that. It's important. You should have that level of fitness. It's important. It's very important. We are very blessed to have human bodies that are very advanced creatures of this universe, if not very rare. As far as we don't know about, we might be a very, very, very rare organism. And if you're not using it to its maximum potential, then what you're wasting. 100 is not much. You can do 3 times 15. Yeah, it's nothing. It's, 10 times 10 even. 10 push-ups 10 times a day is nothing. Just 10 push-ups every hour, Is 99 acceptable? No, you're just weak. Weak bitch. Bulk season? Yes, sir. NY YouTube stream for 1,000 views? Now we gotta be 1,000 views in London. That's the goal. 1,000 viewers in London. We were close at one point when people were watching and London was hyped. We were having 800. My max bench press is 445 pounds. It's impressive, bro, if that's how much you can do. How about 10 for the ladies? Yeah, if ladies can do push-ups, then that's already impressive. That's good for a lady. Harry, you are so kind and real. Your knowledge and time can't be compared. My account of 100 is now 350 in 1 month. So grateful. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Make sure to preserve that, right? Make sure to preserve that. Don't be over risking, right? Keep that stable, right? It doesn't matter if it's up 350 now. You could lose it in 1 day and be back to zero, right? So make sure not to do that. Make sure to preserve it and continue growing, right? And withdraw maybe like at least something. Take $50 out. Take $50 out because a lot of people don't realize profits in these markets. So take $50 out. If someone does push-ups off a bench and refuses to do on the floor push-ups but deny that they're weak, what do you think? They're weak. That's what I think. How much relevance their opinion means to them? I don't know. Depends. If they like Tradesharpe or not, then my opinion will matter. If they don't give a shit about me, like 90% of the world, then it won't mean anything. And they can continue fooling themselves like people who do sumo deadlifts. What is Dixie? Do you know what Dixie is? Dixie is the dollar strength against a basket of currencies or basket of assets. So Dixie is the Japan's version of Dixie. I bet people don't do 100 push-ups on the street are the real... Bro, 1,000 push-ups is 10 sets of 100. I'd like to see you do 100 push-ups straight, then come talk. Come on then. Let's see. How many days do you lift weights? 5 days a week. I can do straight 58, yeah, but it's not close to even 100. And you're asking for 1,000. Sumo puller's crying right now, Alex. That's it, he's never pulling sumo again. I mean, sumo has its place and time for hypertrophy, but not for people saying that they can lift 5 plates, sumo. If you really want the best, you change to stiff leg deadlift. Do you have a journaling template? Yeah, you can use my journal if you want. Just go file. Once you get my journal, you can find my journal in the group. If you go to the group and go to resources, we have the stream journal here. You can make your own copy of this, no problem. Just go file, make a copy, right? And you'll be able to make your own copy, and you can use my journal that we use here for the stream. I wonder in 3 minutes here if I get punished for buying without heavy pullback first. We do have 5-minute structure now. If this shit wants to continue up bullish, it should do. Maybe aggressive buys could make sense. Quick break even and then see what's up, like a scalp. Potentially. How did you add the calendar drop down? Oh damn, look at this spike here. That's unfortunate. Needs to slow down a bit. Needs to slow down a bit. Definitely volume here. You just put calendar. It's a formatting. You know it's in format. Ask Claudio if you want anything regarding Excel. Man seems to know what he's doing on there. RDL and SLDL are goated? Yes, for sure. This thing's ripping above here, huh? No close. 5-minute close we got? No. I think you get 5-minute close here. See, yeah, but you're just relying on volume. That's what we were talking about over the weekend, saying that sometimes you just need to use volume. Every time? We haven't had that for a while, to be honest. I mean, look at the push we've had, guys. I mean, you can't be saying every time. What about this push? Using volume can't be consistent, but sometimes it's only an option you have for the day, right? So if you're going to give yourself a shot, you have to take it. Then you don't trade the day, but if it's an opportunity to allow yourself to get 5-6 pips in profit and see what's up, then you can take it, right? Even if you just ripped it, break of this zone, you would use that opportunity. If it just be like this and doesn't give you any type of entry, then there's nothing you can do. There are times when 15-minute has a clean LTA, but 5-minute doesn't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Your trade is based on 15, so you focus on 15, right? Problem is 192. Yeah, but remember, if we were to just close nicely above here, you'd have like a 10 pip stop for a 12 pip target at 192. Which is what I was expecting and hoping for. A nice little close above there. We would also have 5-minute closing above structure. Be a nice little 5-minute close above structure. Then you can get that continuation towards that zone. Test into this 5-minute resistance. That could be like your break-even zone even, right? Using the 5-minute for break-even. Now we're closing deep. I sold. Good luck, brother. I don't think selling against this bullish momentum is going to be the call. Let's see if we can get 5 thunder. Damn, how tempting. Now no top quick open. Sheesh. Is this close above 5-minute resistance or at 5-minute resistance? Yeah, right at it. I want steeper bottom wick. I'm not FOMOing in for 5 pips here. 6 pips. Max target. Not max target, but main target, right? If we were above here, then I have at least 12 pip range. And I still haven't got my big pullback I'm waiting for. I still haven't got my big pullback. Is it going to push towards the 192 level? That's your next level, like your next major level before we might see some issues. Where we are right now is kind of like a tiny area. We can see us reacting off it. Whether that reaction becomes a full-on rejection, we don't know just yet. But that's the whole point. We would want to trade to that, right? I would have wanted to trade to that, which is why I was asking for a close above here, and then we take more of an aggressive entry towards the upside. Just using volume to advantage, because realistically we shouldn't really be buying highs after such a big push like this. It's a little bit risky to do that, you know. We've had a very, very, very big push here. Definitely a push out of the ordinary, right? If we're looking at our even pushes here, what size was this push? So about 58 pips. We're just looking at upside pushes here. This push here was 59 pips, so same as the last one. This push here was 47 pips. This push here was, what are we working on? 89 pips, 90 pips. Are we in a setup on 30-minute? Well, your setup on 30-minute was from down, not even down here, it was probably from this candle here. So you're probably at your TP from this setup here. Let's say you took this break of this high watch level here to get to this resistance. You're past TP, right? Otherwise there's no setups, just straight green candles. You don't even have one candle pullback. That's what I mean. I keep asking for a nice little pullback here would be ideal. Deeper pullback, you know. But now we closed above TP, that's my point. So now you're in that bonus money, right? Without a pullback, because a pullback would create your new structure to continue. Alright, 30 close above 30-minute resistance, 15 close right at resistance. Can I take it on GU? Let's have a look. I mean, if you base it on 30, yeah, you could base it on 30, but must have 30-minute stops, right? You must have 30-minute stops. Now the thing with GU is that 18 pips for 11 pip target here. Do you have any 5-minute structure? Not really. Yeah, technically you could do it, you know, but GU likes to pull back first before continuing up. But if you don't mind holding through pullbacks, you know, then you're definitely, you know, would make sense. Probably want to give it room below structure or something. Expect heavy drawdown. It would be likely. That's what GU likes to do. Pull back a little bit first. As confirmation, 5-minute structure. Yeah, any 5-minute structure now would be a lot better. That would avoid you the drawdown, right? Harry, got to learn a lot from yesterday's drawdown video. Thanks. No, I'm glad you like it. GJ, 5-minute thunder, not enough stints due to high time frame pullbacks. The thing is, now we're at 5-minute resistance. So you probably, instead of a thunder, and this is too deep for a technical thunder, a thunder would be more something like this size candle, that size candle. You know, that's more like a thunder. These type of candles here are thunders. So we probably just want a 5-minute closing above. Well, yeah, now if it closes like that, it's looking more like a thunder, but a 5 closing above would be nicer. This is deep now for a thunder. So now a 5 closing above will literally just be the same trade repeated. So if volume is going to continue, you can repeat this here. Right, if you get this, then target 192 and see what happens. But you'll be playing with small ranges, right? Just for reference, let's see how big these trades have been on 5-minute breaks, right? So let's say this is your 5-minute break before next pullback, 8 pips. This is your 5-minute break before next pullback, 9 pips. Yeah, so you're looking 8 to 9 pips on that type of trade, which is what you'd expect, right, on a scalp like that because of the push we've had. Here's the deeper pullback that we're kind of wanting now. If this could just continue a little bit more and then later after London maybe get above here, that is what we would have been looking for. It's just a little bit of a deeper pullback. What do you think about Mamba FX? I see him on Instagram. Otherwise, I don't know anything else about him. I can't tell you much, man. Can't tell you much. Sorry. I don't really concentrate on others, guys. I just mainly focus on my own trading. I don't mind what others are doing. That's up to them, right? If it doesn't affect me, then I have no reason to worry about it. Hi Harry, can you do a simplified video of support and resistance using your strategy? I'm making process, but I still feel I need to perfect it. Perfecting it will come from practice, actually. Practice is going to be important than just trying to watch a video. So make sure you're practicing it, and make sure you can watch my free course has the simplified of support and resistance. And support and resistance is as simple as it can get, unfortunately. Yeah, like something like that would be a lot better, man. That would be a lot better. What do you think about setup 2? Let me see. Depends on 1 hour close. Toto looks ready to trade 20 lots. Yeah, man has his order book opened. Ready to go full margin. He's always making me wearing nice shirts. Need to upgrade my wardrobe. Always has some good shirt on. What do you think about risking 2.5%? You need to be pretty consistent, man. 2 trades is going to put you 5% down. Definitely not something you should be doing on a prop firm. I can assure you that. 2.5% on a prop firm, not going to do well. Right? 4 trades, you're down 10%. 4 trades. It's not crazy to lose 4 trades. It can happen. You know? I'm glad we didn't FOMO into anything right now. I think even if there's no way I could have entered at resistance, to be honest, but let's just say I did enter at resistance, you would have gone definitely break even after 9 pips for sure. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just gonna come back. So many prop firms are dead now. In the US, there's like 3 left. Yeah, it hit the space heavy. I can see in the space there's less motivation in the space and stuff like that. It definitely did hit the space heavy. People are a little bit lost. Especially with people who are also struggling with market conditions, who don't know how to adapt. They're also finding it difficult. They're also finding it difficult, and it obviously takes a toll in the industry. I can see that. I think it's just because a lot of people get heavily messed up, right? Because these prop firms, what do? They come in, they mess all their clients up, and then they just leave them. They leave them in the dust. You don't hear from them, nothing. It's just like nothing ever happened. Coach, I wanted to ask, does prop firm require specific risk reward? No, not at all, not at all. But it does require like you can't be risking 1% per trade and then suddenly start risking 5% in one trade and then 6% in another trade and then 4%, you know. You have to keep that kind of stable, you know, 1%, 1.5, 1%, 1.5, something like that. Please, analysis on gold. Yeah, we did a full analysis on gold. Let's see what's ended up happening so far. Yeah, we're still stuck in this range. I think if you're going to sell gold for a retracement, it's counter trend. Be very careful. It's going to be below this 2051 here. Preferably 2050 to be honest, not 2051. I think if we get higher time frame close, like 30-minute close, you'll be okay with that to get to 2050. Otherwise, I do want to see the liquidity grab first, and then later I want to see price start to get above these zones here. Probably above daily resistance going to be your easiest buys. Are prop firms dead because because majority retail traders actually getting smarter, making money out of it? No, they're dead because they ran business wrong and they got messed up. They got messed up and they had to shut down and they just suddenly disappear because of running business wrong, you know. Either they get in trouble with regulatory, either their operations get all messed up and they have to shut down. I mean, there are still a few good prop firms that still survive, etc. But overall, what do you think about unregulated brokers? Stick to the big unregulated brokers, right? Don't do some small shady unregulated broker, you know. But even regulated brokers are still, you know, risky as well. So we have got a pullback here at least. So this is kind of what we wanted to avoid when taking a buy, is we wanted to avoid a pullback like this. But now that we have the pullback here, we can see what's going on. Prop firms couldn't afford everyone trading the gold breakouts. Yeah, facts, man. I bet a lot of, you know, a lot of people did that. I'm using KOT Forex since 2019. Yeah, then good. US traders just make switch to futures. Yeah, those who want to continue trading, right? But a lot of people lost motivation, right? Like, there's always options. There's always options. You can just open your own personal account. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's not the end of the world. They're operating as brokers when in fact they were not brokers. The metacodes did not want to be associated. Yes. Really doing it for leverage, to be honest. Deposits go through successfully and withdrawals. Yeah, exactly. That's all you need, right? Use your prop firms to build your own account, but do not rely on them. Yeah, that's what we always preach here, right? We always try to preach that. How do you deal with slippage? I accept that that can be a part of trading, right? Slippage can be a part of trading. If I get slipped too heavy in a position, like maybe 5 pips, 4 pips, I'll just literally close the position exactly where I got slipped, even if I'm losing a pip or something, because that's 4 pip extra drawdown. That can change my trade, especially when you're using, like, you know, 10 lots or something. It's like $400 extra on your trade, right? Or 300, whatever. So I just don't want to be in from that position. So I'll just get out, and if it pulls back to where my previous entry should have been, I can do that. And I make sure to try trade in times where I'll avoid as much slippage as possible. Right, I don't trade in like high impact news. Right when news is dropping, you know, that's where you're probably going to get slipped. A minute before news, something like that, you know. Wait for a good, you know, 1 minute, 2 minutes after news at least. If there's a setup, of course, you need the setup first. Any idea about tax percentage as a Forex trader? Depends on where you live, right? Capital gains tax. Depends on where you live. Only 187 likes. Come on, the stream deserved more for the free value. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, always feel free to leave a like. Would appreciate it. In Canada, not sure, man, not sure, but I would guess it would be pretty high. But you will have a threshold. Depends on your businesses. You would have to speak to your tax accountant, right? Can you name one big unregulated broker? Yeah, IC Markets is big. They're also unregulated. Unregulated by states. I mean, they do have regulation in EU. Otherwise, if you're using IC Markets Global, they're just registered in Seychelles and Caribbean. That's where most of these countries are registered. Why don't you trade in Tradingview with IC Markets? 2 reasons. First reason is the data is still not 100% on Tradingview. And also I'm a scalper. I need very accurate entries, and Tradingview works by second chart. It's not a tick chart. Every second the chart updates. So you could be slipped if something happens within that second. So it's just more accurate. Can you explain each setup you always use? Yeah, I'd recommend you watch my setup video on YouTube. It has everything inside there of the setups that I commonly use. Setup 1, 2, 3 is this video here. Top 3 price action entries in my Forex strategy. You can even watch my latest video, talks about basically the setup that I use. I don't think it matters if it's swing trading. No, it doesn't matter at all if it's swing trading. Even intraday trading, like trading off the 1 hour and stuff like that, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. What chart you use? If not Tradingview, then what? I use Tradingview for analysis, but my trades is taken on MetaTrader, right? Can I use IC Markets from the UK? Yes, you can. How come you don't trade indices, or do you do in VIP? No, I trade, if I'm gonna trade, I trade gold, right? Gold is the pair I trade during NY in terms of commodity slash indices. But I like to stick to, you know, two pairs, you know, that's why. I'm not against indices. We do have a lot of people, we do have a whole indices chat in the VIP, if you want to call it the VIP, whatever. In the exclusive group here, we do have a whole indices chat, so I support it. And the strategy, of course, does work in indices. We have people who trade DAX. They love to trade DAX. So, you know, strategy supports it. We have a whole chat for it. It's just not something I personally do. So if London Open closes the 1 hour, we need to close above this 1 hour resistance, right? Yes. "30-minute setup 3. Do you have any opinion on Pepperstone? No, I don't, because I haven't used those brokers, so I can't give you my opinion. In Forex trading, your strategy includes trading in session, London, and if move trading in crypto futures, still use your strategy? Yes, of course, but crypto and futures also is going to use a session, right? Very important in futures is to trade based on sessions. But in crypto, it's going to be random because crypto moves at random times. So you just have to be available the whole day and have alerts set for when the moves come, right? Because it's random. That's the thing with crypto, is it's random. That's why I moved away from crypto, right? Let's see if we want to get this 15-minute candle closing above here, right? If this 15-minute candle can look something like that, closing above here, next 15-minute candle can maybe continue bullish. How often do you hold a runner? I hold a runner when the higher time frame has room for the runner to go. And most of the time, unless we've had a big push, if I really want to hold a runner, you can't hold a runner at break even. You have to leave your stop loss above structure or above somewhere that makes sense, because high chance it will get back to entry. But if you've had a massive push, then yeah, you could move to break even, you know, because then you don't expect price to, like, let's say you push down 50 pips or 40 pips, you don't expect price to retrace another 40 pips to continue. If you're going to catch that runner, you expect it just to continue with higher lows. See, in 2 minutes, if we can get this close above here, might be worth a little shot. Why are people moving to futures? Because of regulatory stuff, right? But a lot of people are moving to futures and then getting screwed at futures because they don't know how to trade futures and end up losing, you know? So don't fall for the hype. Remember, when you change to futures, there's going to be a small learning curve, right? But if you're prepared to do it, then there you go. Let's see how this candle closes here. Might have London small breakout here, 1 hour breakout. We need decent bottom wick here on next 1 hour candle. Oh, is it closing below? Closing below here, interesting. 30-minute is giving setup 3 here, but we are closing below. Nice bottom wick though. I mean, the setup here would be a setup 3. Breaking the high. See if we can get this 5-minute here closing above, which would give me the confidence that we are leaving this resistance, right? If we can get the 5-minute closing above, would give me confidence we're leaving the resistance. I'm concerned about 192, yeah, but you go break even 192. $30 pip stop loss? No, I'll probably just put stop loss below the structure as I expect it to just continue up bullish quickly. If you want to be aggressive, you have to go re-break of 5-minute high, but I don't need to be aggressive here because it's not really that much room till 192. So I might as well just wait for the closure here. But it really is an option re-break of that high. You can see the 1 minute breaking its high as well. That just depends. I mean, it's Monday. Don't really have to be too aggressive here. I think the 5-minute close above will give more confidence here, but 2 minutes is a while. Lock can happen in 2 minutes. We could even not close above, and then I'll be right for waiting for the 5-minute close above, right? Which is why I have to just stay patient here. What is 192? It's a key level. Watch, last 1 minute, this thing's gonna fly to 192. Guaranteed here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, because 1 minute broke the high now, it's going to 192. Look. Yeah, that's what I mean. But remember, we only have 4 pips to 192, so 5-minute close would give you the confidence. But that's what I mean. If you want to be hyper aggressive, you go break a 1 minute high, but you have to watch this. This next 5-minute open doesn't put you in too much drawdown. You're only up like 1 pip or something. You know what I mean? This is where discipline pays me now. This is where discipline pays me. I'm glad when you guys get to see this because it proves that discipline does pay. Same setup. Same setup is gonna be waiting for that 5 to close above. We just avoided this drawdown just now for not FOMOing in, and discipline pays. 1-0 for you? Yeah. I mean, that's why I have to, because I can't not follow my plan, and then if I get stuck in this position like this in drawdown, right? If I have drawdown in this position, I'll be upset because this is not my plan. 700 people on stream. Yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like, you know the drill, and be sure to join to our future streams, right? If you'd like to see our journal for educational purposes, have a look. This is all the trades we take on stream. I post the link of the stream that we take the trade on so that you guys can go back and watch it. So make use of that. Make use of that. Check out, I haven't posted the last gold trade we took on Friday. I need to post that link. But you can check the date and just watch back the stream at that day. I'll post the link soon anyways. But yeah, you can use that. You can just type !journal in the chat and you'll get that. And yeah, we saved ourselves some drawdown here. If you're worried about spread, you shouldn't be trading. Yeah, that's pretty true, to be honest. But I mean, you shouldn't have ridiculous spread, right? You shouldn't have ridiculous spread on the charts. Please repeat, why didn't you enter? Because I didn't get my 5-minute close above the zone. Right? I held myself for going aggressive, which you get punished for. And I said I want the 5-minute closing above. Now typically, if GJ wants to make us cry, it will push, But with a target of only 4 or 5 pips here, I'm going to wait for the most confirmation I can have, which is going to be 5-minute proving to me it wants to leave the zone it could not leave since pre-London. We do have 1 hour candles supporting this trade. 30-minute candle is in an active setup 3 as well. 15-minute time frame has closed bullish, but we just don't have that entry confirmation to be accurate. We need something closing above here. Do you think it's going to go down? It could, but nothing is suggesting that at the moment, right? As you can see, people were asking, can it go down from when we were here? We've only gone up since then, so same thing will apply. Gold is still doing pretty much nothing. Not sure why people keep asking. Yeah, it mind boggles me. They think if I speak about something, it will do something, you know? Put a like for this lesson. No, they can keep having lessons if they show up to stream, right? Right, if they keep showing up to stream, they'll get all of these lessons for free. But most people don't. Most people don't show up, right? They show up 1 or 2 streams and then they leave. It's satisfying to watch when we follow our rules. It is, but the problem is that a lot of people feel FOMO when it doesn't and it just breaks through. And then they FOMO into the move and lose, or they start breaking rules. And that's the thing, is that it works both ways, right? It works both ways. Still 5-minute with 15-minute closing back in the range? No, a 50-minute close like this is more of a rejection, right? And we're just keeping safe. Do we need to be on the exclusive group to have access to your other setups? All the setups are based off setup 1, 2, and 3. So most of the setups are based on that. The exclusive group will just give you access to the more advanced content, right? So you get access to the more advanced content, which I can show you. So you'll get information about how to apply the setups in more depth, right? It's not that I'm holding back on YouTube. It's only because it's a lot easier to explain people who watch it in a flow like this. And you'll get basically access to all these videos. Some of these videos are extremely short, you know, like they're tips, you know, not a whole YouTube video could be made. I mean, this is proper calculation here, but something like this video is like 14 minutes, you know. So yeah, that's what you get access to. I show up to every stream as part of my morning routine. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. And yeah, if you show up to the streams, you've seen us in all different trading conditions, different times, different practices, different patience. And today you just saw us be patient and avoid a loss. Because where were we planning to put stop loss? Planning to put stop loss here. And once you place your stop loss, that's it. You can't move it. Otherwise, you're just dragging lower, lower, gonna risk more, over risk, and get hit. So today, it paid me to follow my plan and wait for that 5-minute closing above, which was good. Teaches a lesson. And there'll be days, which you guys have seen plenty of time, where we wait for the close above and the thing rips. Just keeps going. And you're like, why I should have just entered break, you know? I would have made money. But then on a day like today, you lose the money. Do you show your trades live, or you just take... you do analysis live? I don't think I could have a 60. You can see the stream win rate, so I wouldn't be able to have a stream win rate if I didn't take trades, right? Because then I'll just be lying. I could put any number I want, right? Or I wouldn't be able to have this journal as well, right? My voice is low. Yes, I'm a little bit far from the mic. Probably that's what happened. I have to go, Sensei. See you soon. Take care, man. Take care. Gold, still rejecting off bottom of range. Rejecting off bottom of range. We are ranging. GJ is rejecting here. Hey Harry, do you have a girlfriend? No, I do not. Does it look like I have time for that? I want a couple hours to myself. It's extremely difficult to find someone who's understanding of your goal and can be supportive. You either have two options if you're looking for a girlfriend with you being busy. Is you either have one girlfriend who's a complete opposite of you and can pull you away from when you're super busy and just, you know, kind of take you away for 1 hour, but is understanding that you have shit to do and you're doing it for you and supports that and wants to be part of that. Or you have someone who's directly involved. You have someone who's directly involved. She runs her own business. She's busy as well. And you work in harmony. You come, you discuss different, you know, things together. And, you know, then it's very mutual relationship, right? But when you have a girl that taking away from that, it's not going to be helpful. And then it will be a problem. Or both. I'm lucky to have both. Yeah, then you're lucky to have both. But obviously with me being young and, you know, working for myself, if I go out, where am I going? I'm going to, if I go to meet someone, we'll be in clubs, beach clubs. It's not the right people there, I'll tell you that much. Especially here, man. Especially here. Only thing they'll be draining is my pockets, you know. Which, fair enough, if you're happy to do so, but I don't want to just be spending on that. In the gym, actually the culture is a little bit weird. In the gym, it's like... Anyways, I dress like a hobo when I go to the gym, wearing full oversized, so it's not really gonna be a good plan. See me sweating, lifting heavy weight. There's not really much dedicated girls in the gym here, to be honest. But it doesn't matter because... Remember... If you ever have a relationship with a woman, it should be an addition to your life, not take away from your life, and that's very important, right? So that's how it should work. So if you have someone that adds, then it will be valuable relationship. Make a gym date, have confidence. It's not confidence, bro. In golden gym tank top and the shorter shorts. How well, back to OnlyFans? Exactly. I'm 50 and married. I recommend you don't have girlfriend till at least 40. Damn, bro, damn. Nah, it doesn't work like it's more about you just need to find, you don't need to look. I think that's any relationship I've been in, I haven't looked, and it works. "25 been with yours for 9 years? Damn, bro, that's respect. Strong relationship, that. Backtesting app, please? Yes, it's called Pip Labs. Is that what you want to know? It's always in the description of my videos. You can always find it, description of my videos. But yeah, it's not even an app. It's web-based. You can use it yourself. Try it out. I'll put the link for you if you want to see the official link. Try the demo and you can have it. There you go. But yeah, this is our backtesting. I encourage everyone to at least try the demo because it costs you nothing. And you can practice 1 month of data. So go practice, like put in some work. Like we offering this, like literally, look, you press it. We don't even ask email. Look, no email. Like literally, we made the demo for you to help, you know, to help you guys. So go practice 1 month of price action. Study how that price action worked, what entries you could have taken. So you can go enjoy it, you know, enjoy the simulator, try it out, you know. Go see how a month worth of simulating works and see your own results, right? You'll get your results at the end of the month. So you can see what you're doing, you know, it's for free. Why not use it? I mean, when I started trading, If I had something like that to try for free, I would use it first, right? You don't lose anything with that. You don't even lose giving us your email. Alright, GJ trying to break out here. 50-minute close bearish. Wonder how we can tackle this. Nice little higher low here. Remember, setup 3 is still active. Setup 3 is still active. $192 daily, yes. I mean, your break even 192 flat. 192 flat, your break even. That's how this trade is gonna work. You're looking for a scalp. Quick volume push, 192 flat. This is setup 3 because continuation? Yeah, because you break that weak bearish candle's high here. But again, we might not be closing above that zone again. So we see rejection wick towards the downside, bottom wick, break that weak candle high. But remember, look at the push we've had, guys. We really can't be greedy here. We can't be greedy. I also feel we're FOMOing buying into the highs, not if we have management plan at 4 pips away. We expect that entry setup to trigger us in and give us a 4 pip push, and then we make decision, right? Holding on to a trade, being hopeful about your trade not continuing, gonna mess you up. But what's gonna keep you safe in this trade is the entry trigger, right? There's no entry trigger, you see? We just keep rejecting. Can we use this strategy in Bitcoin? Yes, of course you can. Actually, very kindly in the free group, guys, in the free group, we have a member that kindly post crypto analysis in their own world. They basically post it, if they're not busy, they post it every day, which is very kind. They trade the exact same way as me, and it's very, very kind of them. So if you could do me a favor and just say thank you for posting their analysis, because it's very kind. I mean, this is work every day, and this is not they've been doing this. They're one of the first members here in the group, and they've been doing this for years. Like, respect to that. That is work. Every day writing that up. You guys are too lazy to do anything. You don't, they even give you color code here to tell you what the levels mean. Even my exclusive boys, look at the plans. 2 people put plans here. Lazy guys in here. Lazy. Really. Like, that's a gift. So if you want to improve, put in the work. And it becomes routine. I can tell you one thing. Tell me one successful trader that does not do an in-depth analysis before trading the charts. Tell me. Please. I'm waiting. Why do you think I start stream 30 minutes before I take any trade? It's to come up, watch price action for the morning, analyze what's going on, and say hello to you guys. Make sure no one blew their account or some bullshit, you know. And then when you guys come in, trading news, flipping accounts, to Tanachi, weak entries, BS, everyone gets hyped. Yeah, but that's what they will fall for. I mean, it's all over the internet, right? It's all over the internet. And I try to push it as much as possible. We want to stay away from that stuff. Alright guys, GJ is ranging here. I don't like the way it's ranging. Volume has died. It's very clear volume has died. If buys are going to make sense, you probably need now, after we've had multiple rejection, a 15-minute candle closing above 936. But remember, you only have till 192 here. It's a 4 pip range, and your stops are going to be, you know, 14 pips. If you get to that range 4 pips, don't be greedy. Go break even, because look at the push, guys. We can't disregard the push we've had. We can be waiting patiently. If we can get a nice pullback here, NY can set up for more upside, and you can get the continuation from that, right? That's exactly what we want. Obviously, gold, nothing's happening on gold as well. We're stuck inside the range. And yeah, obviously after big heavy moves on Friday, this is the move we would have wanted to have in London. We didn't get it in London, happened overnight, but we're not going to FOMO. Today was a great example and good education of showing you how FOMOing would have slapped you in the face, because, you know, we're staying in here. Would you say the move has already happened? Yes, now that we are not seeing the continuation during London. Because if London Open was to come and continue, then that makes sense to get small continuation. Because look at during London, no, there hasn't been a move during London, but we could be cooking, London could cook for a pullback here or just range, right? Since the move has happened. Because obviously London buyers don't want to buy higher here. We can see that because price is doing that. 100% after breaking our highs, after breaking 30-minute highs, we should continue. Now, if we look at market positioning, we're not in the best market positioning here. This is your ideal market positioning where we would have wanted to be in. So that's why I kept asking for pullbacks. Exactly like what happened here when we waited for pullbacks, right? On this move here, we saw this big move up, wait for pullbacks, and then you get some form of continuation. So if you could get a pullback here, for all we know, guys, by New York, we could be selling. This 4-hour could flip here in an hour and 34. It's not crazy. And if this 4-hour flips, guess what bias is? You know, bias is technically bearish here, guys. Even though target's tapped, but we have a lot of room. With no reason we can't catch a 10-15 pip sell here. Who knows what happens with gold, right? Who knows what happens with gold in New York? I mean, we could catch a 10-15 pip sell that then sets up for our perfect buys towards the upside, which is what I'd be looking for, higher time frame, right? Obviously, I'd be looking for more of a buy setup coming into the market here with any pullbacks. Pullbacks would be nice for upside. So yeah, looking at gold as well, could set up by New York. We'll have to see. Again, I would love to see a little liquidity grab here to continue up. So yeah, classic Monday. Nice thing is that charts are at least moving. We're not stuck in range. We just needed to move during London and you get the trade. So stay patient. And that's basically going to be the analysis and options here. And we'll, you know, we saved ourselves a nice little drawdown here, which is always good. That's the part, the most important part of trading is saving yourself from stupid options. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed so you can show up to tomorrow's trades. And let's see what we can get going tomorrow. You guys know how it works. Sometimes we can sit here 1 day, no trade, 2 days, and then 3 days back to back we get trades. It's just how the markets work, and then that makes everything up. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you guys.